If you watched the EQ tip that I shared earlier, you will know that today is my birthday. And as I was kicking off ideas with a friend of mine, Joy, I was thinking through some of the ways, the fun ways that I could get to celebrate my birthday. Apart from the usual, of course, cake, tick, and spa date, tick. In addition to that, we came up with this really fun idea, and I decided to celebrate all the friends who are in business, whose services I have utilized over the last 4 months. So during this COVID season, there are certain friends whose products and services have really been awesome to use, have contributed in some way, shape, or form to making COVID, or this season of COVID, a little more bearable. And today I'm gonna give a shout out to each of these friends. So welcome to Mucha's birthday shout outs. Please note, this is not a promo per se. No one's asked me to do this. And as a matter of fact, each of the friends featured in this don't really know what it is that I'm doing, so they'll be getting to watch the video along with you. For those I reached out to because I needed some extra information, I just said to them, hey, could you send me this? Or hi, could you send me that? I didn't actually explain what I was going to do to use that information. So here you go, Mucha's birthday shout outs to my friends who are out there hustling and doing their thing just like I am. So thank you so much, ladies, for the awesome work that you do in your businesses, and thank you for somehow touching my life in some small way over the last 4 months. So these are either products that I've bought in the last 4 months or I have utilized extensively in the last 4 months. Enjoy the video. And like I said, if you want to reach out to any of them, all the details are provided below. COVID has meant more time online. And over the last 4 months, I've been working to connect with more individuals across the African continent. I was really struggling with my earlier website. It wasn't very user-friendly, and every time I wanted to make changes, I had to ask for help from a techie. A conversation with Abby resulted in the awesome website that I built with her support. I absolutely love it. The site is so user-friendly, and anytime I want to make any changes on the website, I can. This has definitely been one of my COVID highlights. And you can have a look at the website and let me know what you think. But I think it's been able to really help me position myself as an EQ coach. And like I said, anything that I need to change, I'm able to just go in and edit, and it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. It's still a work in progress. There's sections of the website that I'm still building out, but I really, really love this website. Amari Consulting is a leading e-commerce full-service agency and consulting firm. Visit their website or follow them on social media and learn more about what Abby and her co-founder Christine can do for you in your bid to get online and get visible. If there is an item of clothing that I have worn out during this season of COVID, it is this beautiful gray cardigan that I got from my friend Esther of Dressed by EMO. It's so versatile, and I love pairing it up with a range of scarves that I got from Teresa, a designer based in Nigeria. You know me, I love color and I love African fabric. It's really good quality, considering the amount of times that it's had to be washed. It's still in very good condition, and I absolutely love this cardigan. You can find out more about Dressed by EMO The details are provided below. One of my major highlights for 2020 was our annual EQ for Africa conference. And this year, the EQ for Africa conference went virtual. We had delegates attend from all across Africa, from Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and Kenya, of course. The conference really exceeded my expectations, and I have very big dreams. It was truly epic, and the feedback was that it was impactful for all the delegates who attended. There would have been no conference if it wasn't for Natasha Naliaka of Lavida events. Bottom left-hand corner of these behind-the-scenes photos. When Natasha does her pitch for Lavida Events, the company that she founded and runs, she talks about going above and beyond to ensure that you too get to enjoy your event. And I can testify that that is really the case. Natasha made our event a success. For more information about Natasha and Lavida Events, check out the details below. So this is known as Mama's chair, my favorite seat in the entire house. My love for African fabric transcends just clothes, and I love to see traces of it thrown around the house. And this piece was designed and created by my dear friend Patricia, a furniture designer, and my next shout out goes to her. I love this chair. It is so comfortable, and I have spent many hours during this season of COVID seated right here, either hanging out with the family as we watch a movie, or in my private prayer and meditation time, or curled up reading a book. Whatever it is, this is my go-to chair, and I absolutely love it. So this is what the chair looks like. And as I mentioned, it is super comfortable, and it's just such a fabulous addition to the furniture we have in our living room. And I must admit, when the boys get to the chair before me, there is war in this household. My children tell me that I need to learn how to share. But how can I share something so yummy? My next shout out today goes to my dear sister friend Sharon, who has a new range of space and linen fragrances called Sleeque fragrances. So this is one of the scents that she has. I chose the magnolia and vanilla because I love all things vanilla for the household, and it smells fantastic. The scent is amazing, and what I love most about it is its potency. When I spray just a little on my curtains, in my space, I find that that small amount that I use lasts for hours and hours. And every time the wind kind of blows through the curtains, it causes the scent to lift up into the space again. I know she has two other scents, but this is the one I chose because of my love for vanilla. For more information about Sleeque fragrances, check out their details below. I am here. This is Nailed It Beauty Bar, where I come for my treatments. I treat myself once a month because I know that self-care is not selfish. Self-care is essential. And so an investment I make on a monthly basis is to just come and treat myself to a massage and a facial. I love the service they provide here, and this is co-owned by my dear friend Sylvia, so she makes it to my shout out list
today as I'm celebrating my friends in business. I am all done and my skin looks fantastic. Courtesy of my therapist, Claudine, who is fantastic. So there's 3 reasons why I come to Nailed It for my monthly facial and massage. Reason number 1, well, Sylvia's my friend. And as much as possible, I believe I may as well spend my money with my friends. So that's reason number 1. But that's not a good enough reason on its own. So reason number 2, these guys are fantastic. Claudine is therapist extraordinaire. After a massage with Claudine, I feel ready to take on the world. And just by looking at my face, Claudine's able to tell me, Mucha, you've not been drinking enough water. You've not been using sunscreen. She's really looked after this face of mine. Reason number 3, and this is probably the most important reason of all, the service they provide. These guys are fantastic. I'll give you an example. The last time I was here, I made a comment about the music. I find that my time for my massage and facial is a time to be reflective and to meditate. And so I recommended some music that they could play in the background. You know that music that's on while you're having your treatment? When I arrived today, the music was already on, tuned in to what I had suggested last time. Now, that's customer service for you. If you'd like to check out Nailed It, feel free to see the details below and check them out. I highly recommend them for the services that they provide. My next shout out goes to my sister-in-law Tapiwa of Sweet Sensations. You cannot have a birthday without birthday cake. And yeah, I know you may think that I buy cake from her because she's family and all that, but no, I buy cake from Tapiwa because her cake is fantastic. Tapiwa has somehow managed to figure out how to make cake that looks amazing and tastes as good as it looks. So I love getting cake from her. So this is the cake I got for my birthday. This is a strawberry and chocolate cream cake, and it looks absolutely divine, if I may say so myself. And as I told you, I can assure you that it tastes as good as it looks. Yum, yum, yum. I cannot wait to dig in. So here's another cake from Tapiwa. Is it not just amazing? Look at that. And I can assure you, like I said in the earlier video, it doesn't just look good. I guarantee it tastes just as good as it looks. Thank you, Tatasha, for this amazing cake. I'm blessed. 2 cakes in one day. There's another Tapiwa on my list. This time, Tapiwa, the designer, all the way in Zimbabwe. Tapiwa is a designer and she has an off-the-rack collection called Yanai collections. And I wear Yanai regularly. Throughout this COVID period, I look back on the pictures and videos that I've taken, and there is one jacket that somehow seems to sneak its way regularly and feature. And it's this very same jacket I am wearing right now.
I have a thing for African fabric. I love how bright and expressive it is, and that, together with my bald head, seem to have become some sort of a fashion statement, I guess you could call it. I love to ensure that I always have some elements of African fabric when I step out. I have a number of designers that I really love, and some of those are Nikiwe S, who is a dear friend of mine who's now based in Ireland. And so I don't get to buy pieces from her as much as I used to. I love Needlepoint. That is a collection out of Nigeria. I was introduced to the designer Teresa by two friends of mine actually who use and buy from her, Shiro and Sofina. I also have Ingrid, who does create some of the pieces that I wear. Her design label is Natasha Grid. And then there is Yakayeke, another favorite of mine, and that is by designer Nina. But for the purpose of this shout out, this is to a dear friend of mine whose pieces I've been wearing even through COVID, more particularly that jacket that's right in the middle. Isn't it just stunning? I think there's something about those oranges that just really pop, and one of the reasons why I keep wearing it when I'm hosting webinars is because I think it just brightens up the room and brightens up the session. On the left is a Yanai piece that I wore for our launch in Zimbabwe, and on the right is a dress, another dress from the Yanai collection that I wore. I think this was an event where I was invited to speak about my leadership journey as a woman in leadership. So these are all three pieces from the Yanai collection. And you can find out more about Tapiwa and the Yanai collection in the details below.
Next up is my friend Winnie. Winnie runs Body Evolution by Winnie, a spa and beauty place. But my shout out today isn't so much about the spa services, it's about her range of products. Now, because I'm bald, I have to be very mindful of the sun. And so I use sunscreen on a daily basis. Unfortunately, most sunscreen leaves white marks or streaks or some sort of layer of film once you apply it. Not Winnie's product. So this is a sunscreen from the Body Evolution by Winnie range. And I absolutely love this stuff. It smells fantastic. All right. It smells really awesome. And when you apply it, you're not left with any film. My head looks a little shiny right now. But yeah, when you apply it, you're not left with that white film that you normally get when you use sunscreen. And like I said, it smells really divine. This is part of a range that Winnie has, and I do use the other products in the range. She has a face wash and a face cream, but the one that is my definite must-have is the sunscreen. This is an essential part of my facial and body regimen, if you would call it that. So this is a sunscreen, and it's an SPF 30 by Body Evolution by Winnie. And that gets a shout out today. So that brings me to the end of my birthday shout outs. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope that you enjoyed the videos that I had so much fun putting together. And thanks again to my amazing sister friends who are doing awesome things in business. May God bless you abundantly.